I had asked her out for the third time that evening, trying to keep my voice calm, even though my heart was already tired of hoping. She smiled politely, the same careful smile she always gave me, and said she wasn't ready for anything serious. I nodded, pretending it didn't hurt, even though it felt like rejection had become a routine between us. We were sitting at a small cafe near campus, the kind of place where everyone pretended to study, but mostly watched other people. Her friend sat across from us, quietly stirring her drink and listening to everything. I barely noticed her at first, because all my attention was on the girl who had just turned me down again. I tried to change the subject, making a joke about how bad the coffee tasted. She laughed, but there was distance in her eyes, like she had already emotionally left the table. I realized then that no matter how patient I was, she would never see me the way I wanted her to. There was an awkward silence, the kind that stretches too long and makes everyone uncomfortable. I looked down at my phone, wondering how to excuse myself without looking foolish. That's when her friend suddenly leaned forward. She looked straight at me and said, "Why don't you go out with me instead?" Her voice was calm, almost casual, but her words hit me like a surprise wave. I looked up, unsure if I had heard her correctly. The girl who had rejected me froze, her smile disappearing instantly. She stared at her friend in disbelief, as if the idea had never crossed her mind. For the first time that night, she looked unsure of herself. I didn't know what to say. My mind was still stuck on the rejection I had just received, and now this unexpected offer felt unreal. I asked if she was serious, half expecting her to laugh it off. She nodded and smiled softly, saying she had always thought I deserved someone who actually appreciated my effort. She said she had watched me try again and again, and it bothered her how easily I was dismissed. Her honesty felt refreshing, almost comforting. The cafe noise faded into the background as I realized something important. I had been chasing someone who never chose me, while someone else had quietly seen my worth the entire time. It wasn't about settling for second choice. It was about finally being chosen. I agreed to go out with her, not out of spite or impulse, but because her words felt sincere. The girl who had rejected me looked away, suddenly uncomfortable, as if she had just realized what she had lost. Over the next few weeks, I got to know her friend better, and the connection felt natural and easy. There were no games, no confusion, just mutual respect and genuine interest. I found myself smiling more than I had in months. Looking back, I'm grateful for every rejection that led me to that moment in the cafe. Sometimes the person you're chasing isn't meant for you at all. Sometimes the right person is already sitting across the table, waiting for you to notice.